Good morning, everyone. I'm back in the office today. Normality has been restored. I'm back here with the news. If you're new here, then this is the property news, and we are here live every day at 8:30, just sharing all of the latest breaking news so you don't have to go out looking for it. So please do make sure you say hi, give yourself a shout out. We'll do the shout outs, then we'll get straight into the news feed. Hi, I'm Rick Gannon. Welcome back to my channel. So we've got a special shout out for YouTubers today. I've not been on YouTube this week. This is the first YouTube feed that I've done in a while. So please do give yourself a shout out if you're watching on YouTube. So I want to let you know, and I'm telling everyone this week, so the VIP Property Academy, which is my academy where we share challenges, where we share projects, where we do business together in property, where you get a live Zoom call with me every 2 weeks, where you get access to over 100 hours of learning workshops, no matter what your property strategy, all for £1 for the first 30 days. Now, after that 30 days, it goes up to £29 a month on the pay as you go. The link is here, folks. It's going to be closing shortly, so you need to get in. But you can get in for £1. If you don't want to stay, then all you have to do is cancel, and then we'll take you away. You don't have to pay any more. But you've got full access to this for 30 days for £1. VIP link is in the bottom. It's https://bit.ly/VIP Academy. Could somebody type that into the comments for me? Would somebody be able to do that? When you see it come across, would one of you be able to type it into the comments for me? That would be pretty awesome. And then I know that it's done. You can just click on the link. I'd love to see you there. I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's the best property mentoring for online for that value. It's just huge. It's immense. Okay, let's do the news. Then we'll do the shout outs. Well, first up today, it's hard to avoid, isn't it? It's all over the headlines. Stamp duty is to be extended, and I say is because it's still not really been confirmed. It is just a report from the Times. However, we suspect it's probably going to happen. Chancellor Rishi Sunak will extend the stamp duty holiday deadline until the end of June, a 3-month extension. The lead story in the Times this morning says the extension granted after a fierce campaign by agents and property commentators and economists will be announced in the budget on Wednesday of next week. The article is written by the newspaper's well-connected political editor, Stephen Swinford. What isn't clear is whether the extension is 3 months for all buyers, thus creating a new cliff edge, or a tapered extension only for current buyers. The extension is precisely the same length advocated yesterday by the Building Societies Association. The BSA says that with the 31st of March cliff edge deadline fast approaching, many buyers and sellers who have already agreed sales and have mortgages approved would be unlikely to complete the transaction within the deadline. The BSA believes that a tapered end would allow any house purchase where the mortgage approval has been granted by the end of March an additional 3 months to complete, while still benefiting from the rate reduction. In addition to supporting home buyers who are likely to have budgeted based on the stamp duty saving, a taper of that length would also ensure that lenders and conveyancers could manage operational pressures in COVID secure ways. The association believes, and the Times also says, that the budget next week will see the extension of the furlough scheme for another 3 months, and that was due to end on the 30th of April. Swinford's article also suggests that the Chancellor will commit to raising corporation tax over the duration of the current Parliament, which still has almost 4 years left to run. The increase could ultimately be 25%, according to the newspaper. Swinford's article also suggests the Chancellor will commit to many other things, but we need to wait until the budget. The business rates holiday for retail, hospitality and leisure sector will also reportedly be extended as part of the budget next week, along with the VAT cut for hospitality and tourism. Lots to expect. Who else is going to be sat watching the budget next week? Because I know that I am in that camp. Let's do the shout outs. Michelle, good morning from Wandsworth. Mandy, good morning from Manchester. Russell's watching today. Good morning, Russell. Looks like you've got a very windy umbrella there in your picture. Phyllis, good morning. Tony, good morning from Merseyside. Melissa, good morning. Doesn't say where you're from. Good morning to Susan from Cambridge. Nice to see you here. Good morning, Alex, watching from, doesn't say. Good morning, Glenn, watching from Wolverhampton. You've got to tell me where you're from, everyone. I can't guess. Lucy, good morning from Warrington, my sunny hometown. Good morning, Michael from Devon. And Emma, watching from Ashford in Kent today. Kim from Teignmouth. Did I say it right this time, Kim? Teignmouth, good morning. Good morning, Miesko, watching from, where does it say you, it doesn't say where you're from. Luke, good morning. Oh, thank you, Luke. So Luke, you've just put the link in. That's a VIP property club, folks. Get yourself in there. It's £1 for the next 30 days, but then it will be closing and it will go up to £30 a month thereafter. So you do need to know that, but you get the first 30 days for just £1. Okay, it's full of content. It's massive value. Marlon, good morning from Coventry. Good morning to Mario from London, and Sally watching on YouTube from Penkridge. Good morning, Sally. Mandy, thank you. You've put the link in as well. Loads of people are putting the link in for me. Thank you. Andrew, will this just delay any house price drops? That's inevitably going to happen. Andrew, we're going to go from here over to Clubhouse. We're going to debate this. I'd love to see you in Clubhouse, Andrew. Please join in the panel on the debate. Maria, good morning from London. Tony, does the stamp duty holiday for first-time buyers or buy to let? 2. Stamp duty holiday is for everybody, but it will be different rates of relief depending on what you do. As investors, we still get a small amount of relief. It's not huge, but it all helps. Good morning, Joanne from Stratford, and Anne-Marie from Edinburgh. Time for just a couple more. Jit from Oxford, Rashmi from Bracknell, and Jean Davis from Birmingham. Russell saying from Sheffield, thank you. That's the shout outs, folks. If you're interested in joining the debate on the stamp duty land tax extension, then it's going to be on Clubhouse at 9 with me in my Clubhouse room, okay? Is anyone on Clubhouse? Say yes or no. If you are you going to join me? Let's debate it. Let's keep it a really good one today. Now, apparently, following on from this, there are rumours now that, because of the stamp duty land tax extension, is this just a matter of kicking the can down the road? The Chancellor Rishi Sunak is said to be considering a limited extension. The Telegraph last week reported that mid-May would be the cut-off point for any potential extension. However, the plan for a short extension to the stamp duty is simply not enough, and it will only kick the can down the road, according to Adrian Jaggard, who is the CEO of Taylor Rose. Now, the plan for the short extension, the head of the legal conveyancing firm warns that extending the deadline by just a few weeks would fail to avert a catastrophe within the housing market. Jaggard, like most people, would like to see Sunak announce the extension to the scheme in next month's budget, but this needs to take into consideration the challenges that the industry has faced amidst greater demand from buyers and lockdown. There are now just a few days that will be coming up for the budget, and estimated we will see loads of people fall off the cliff edge if it doesn't get extended. Jaggard said the current volume of transactions has left the sector in breaking point. And he said, like most sectors, legal services has had a very tough year adapting to extreme fluctuations in demand. Social restrictions and lockdowns place added pressure on conveyancers that are struggling to manage short notice home working and childcare challenges. He said that potentially his company is currently racing to help 20,000 prospective buyers complete deals before the end of the stamp duty holiday. That's pretty huge. Next on today's news, let's talk about client money protection. Have you got it? Do you need it? Well, there are almost 100 agents in London who've already been served with a notice of formal intent by their local council, warning of an intention to impose a financial penalty, and many more firms will receive similar notices over the next few weeks. Now, these agents have 28 days to provide any evidence or mitigation in their defence before councils will make a final decision on issuing a financial penalty, which can be up to £30,000 for failing to belong to client money protection, or up to £5,000 for other breaches of the law. Nishi Patel, the chair of London Trading Standards, commented, "London letting agents are handling billions of pounds of tenants' and landlords' money every year, so it's vital that this money is protected in the event of business failure." London Borough Trading Standards team have been increasingly active in tackling rogue lettings agents in recent years, and this London-wide operation has enabled us to step up our efforts to a new level. I warn any London agents out. The London-wide crackdown is being supported by the National Trading Standards Estate and Lettings Agency team. James Munro, head of the National Trading Standards, has said our offices are providing advice and guidance to support this landmark enforcement initiative, helping to safeguard billions of pounds of consumers' money. The intelligence gathered from this campaign will be used to support local authority investigations across the country, which will help protect consumers, raise compliance across the industry, and boost consumer confidence. Do you have it? Do you need it? Now, I wrote to Client Money Protect when the law started to be discussed, and I asked the question, based on my business and based on rent to rent. I don't just have rent to rents, but based on rent to rents, I don't actually handle any money of clients at all. All the money that comes into our pot is ours, and then I lease the properties and I pay that to the owner. And they wrote back saying we did not need it. So I've got that from Client Money Protect, but that's my business. Are you future-proofed in yours? Make sure you are, because that's a lot of money. £30,000 is a huge, huge fine. Trifecta, can I pin the link? Do you mean the link to the VIP? Is that what you mean? I'll try. I'm not sure if I can. I can't. It won't let me, unfortunately. I do apologise. But if you scroll through the comments, it's in there. Lots of people still saying good morning. Michael, I've got 6 invites for Clubhouse if anyone needs them. Yeah, I think Clubhouse now, everyone's got an invite for Clubhouse, haven't they? Charlie saying, send me a DM and send you over an invite. Russell saying, you've just downloaded it. Okay, awesome. Luke saying, you're not in Clubhouse and it says you need an invite. Yeah, you need an invite. So if you do need it, put a shout out, and I'm sure there's loads of people in here that will do it. Loads of people saying, yes, you're in Clubhouse. How do you get in? So you need to download the Clubhouse app. It's on iOS only. As soon as you've done that, then you need to get someone to give you an invite. So you'll have to ask someone to put your number of your phone into their phone. That's how Clubhouse recognize it. And then they can invite you into Clubhouse. And then you can be part of the Clubhouse Massive. It's actually quite good. Clubhouse is, I'm getting a lot of value from it right now. What's on next on today's news? Arrears. Generation Renter in the news again today. The rent campaign activist says 700,000 private tenants on universal credit simply can't afford to pay their rent. The campaign, led by Baroness Kennedy, says new figures from the Department for Work and Pensions shows that 715,326 households in Great Britain could not cover their rent in full with the local housing allowance that they receive. It claims this is a 45% rise since February last year, whilst over the same period, the number of private renter households receiving universal credit has increased by 85%. Generation Rent says 40% of private renters now rely on either universal credit or housing benefit, and according to a statement, this means many invariably live in homes that cost more than the state provides. Now the campaign is calling on Chancellor Sunak to take action in next week's budget to clear the arrears. Baroness Kennedy says every one of these households faces an impossible choice every month to pay the rent, borrow, or go without essentials. The government's inadequate support for private renters is pushing families deeper and deeper into debt with homelessness and destitution awaiting once the crisis of the pandemic is over. Wow! Dramatization or what? Crazy. Next week's Rishi Sunak must act decisively to end the rent debt crisis and bring peace of mind to private renters who have been hit the hardest by the economic shock. The Baroness also has a raft of other demands, including wanting the government to create a COVID rent debt fund to clear rent arrears and compensate landlords for 80% of rental income, suspending Section 21 evictions and boosting local housing allowance rates to make sure that tenants on reduced incomes can keep a roof over their heads. Hundreds of letting agents in London have still not signed up to an approved client money protection scheme and now face fines, and we've just covered that. That's just an add-on to the report. Generation Rent, never happy. Never happy. All right, folks, that's it for today. Those are your three main bulletins. Are we going to see the extension? Yes, I strongly believe we are. What it's going to look like, nobody knows yet. But I'm going to continue this now in Clubhouse in 15 minutes. And you need to be in the VIP group. I've got a challenge on this week. It's a Facebook Live challenge where I'm teaching people how they can come across and how can they raise their profiles by using live video. And people are smashing it out of the park in that group. You need to be in it. All right. The VIP group is the place you need to be right now. https bit.ly/VIP Academy. The link's in the comments as well. It's got to be case sensitive. It's going to cost you £1. We've got over 100 hours of learning material in the Academy website. That's rent to rent, HMO, serviced accommodation, how to get joint venture partners, how to create an investor pack. It's all there for you. And also we have the Facebook page, which is separate, where it's the most active property Facebook page out there. You just need to be in it to believe it. Everyone at the moment are doing Facebook Lives and practicing their skills in order to bring investors into their communities. And on top of that, you get a live fortnightly 2-hour Zoom call with me and the team to help you move forwards in your journey. It's £1, folks. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. There's the link, okay? https://bit.ly/VIP Academy. It is case sensitive. All right, that's it from me today. I'm going to see you back here tomorrow. Don't be late, normal time, 8:30. And don't forget, no matter what you do today, have some fun. Don't forget to share this page. Hi, I'm Rick Gannon. Welcome back to my channel.